Alright, Shalom. I'm the brother Chariot coming back with another video. Before I start off, I would like to give all praises and the highest honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Good Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akyam across the world who are spreading this knowledge in truth and sincerity. May the election be upon your households. Shalom. So today I want to make a video concerning the chambers. What the chambers in the book of Isaiah is talking about. Because it says here, Isaiah 26 verse 20, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast." So the chambers that is talking about here is talking about the so-called UFO, the Chariot. Okay, the so-called UFOs are the vehicles of the angels. Those are the chambers here. Okay, because when these chariots are gonna come, the elect will be beamed up into the chariot, and they will be protected and hidden away from the destruction that is coming, from the indignation, the righteous anger. Indignation meaning righteous anger of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, when all these things are coming to pass, and all these nuclear bombs, missiles are being launched, the elect will be safe in a chariot, in a chamber. Okay? So, if you never saw a UFO, which I doubt, which actually it is an IFO to us, because UFO stands for unidentified flying object. But for us, it's an identified flying object, because we know that it's the chariots of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the vehicles of His angels, looking like this. So those are the chambers that the elect are going to be safe in when the destruction is going to come. So for some people it will be salvation, okay, and for others it will be the destruction, man, because these chariots, they either come to destroy you or they either come to save you. Okay, yeah, man. So this beam that you see always coming out of these so-called UFOs, that is actually to be saved, man. In movies, it might seem like you are being abducted by aliens or whatever, that it's a bad thing. Meanwhile, it's actually a good thing, man. That is what we hope for, that we're being saved. Okay? So, from there, let's go to the Blue Letter Bible. Isaiah 26, to the word chamber. It says here, in the Hebrew, from right to left, you see the Hebrew characters here. They speak it as
Strong's H2315. Cheder. Cheder.
Which we know in the Hebrew that we don't have the letter E, we have the letter A and I. Anyway, outline of biblical usage. It says chamber, room, parlour, innermost or inward part, within. Or it's somewhere within. Within what? Within the chariot. Okay, when you look up the word parlour, let me see. Yeah. Why do they show this? Let me see. Basically, they don't show the right thing now. Basically, it's just like a chamber, man. Okay, when you look the word chamber, it's like a room. In Dutch is called a kamer. Chamber meaning basically like this, like a room where you can enter. So this is symbolically talking about the chariot, wherein the elect is going to enter to be safe from the destruction that is going to come. Okay? So from there, let's go to, what was it again? Sea mingled with fire, because there was a vision being shown concerning the destruction that is going to come. And so this is Revelation chapter 15, starting at verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass, mingled with fire. Now that sea of glass is talking about the firmament of heaven, the firmament of the earth, okay, the firmament of the sky. Because around the earth, there's a so-called aura, there's a so-called firmament, okay, which basically protects the earth. Now, this sea of glass, which is spoken of in the vision, is being viewed from above the firmament. So what he basically saw was the firmament of the earth, and it said mingled with fire. Yeah, why? Because it will be mingled with the nuclear destruction, with the nuclear fire. Okay? Nuclear fire. Gone here. This type of fire, that nuclear fire, that comes up all the way to the sky. So when you look at this from above, and you look to that firmament, it's like a glass, and you see all these bombs, all these fires, you know? So that is what he saw, okay, from above. And from where did he see it? From out of the chariot. So the elect will be saved in the chariot, and they will look down on the earth and see all this destruction going to pass, man. Okay, reading on. And them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, they have gotten victory over it, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. So the elect will look at the destruction, you know, when they are safe in the chariot, and praise the Most High, man, and be glad, terrified at the same time, but also glad that they are saved. Yaratasa, be a part of that number, of course. So that is what we are waiting on, man, to enter into that chamber. Okay? Another scripture says, Revelation chapter 11 verse 12, okay, that the elect is going to enter into the chariot. And they heard a great voice, verse 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and the enemies beheld them. So that cloud is talking about the chariot. Because when you go to the book of Psalms, a so-called UFO, okay? You go to the book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 3. Let me start at verse 1. Bless the Lord, O my soul, O Lord my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty. So this is talking about the Lord. Verse 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters. Here comes the point. Who maketh the clouds his chariot. Okay, so an actual cloud. What you see, sometimes can be a UFO, a so-called UFO, the chariots of the angels. You see? So how are you gonna go into a cloud and be safe? It's talking about a chariot. Okay, the so-called UFO again. It said, the scripture says, come up hither. So how are you gonna come up? How are you gonna go upward? How are you gonna go up into the sky? With that beam of that UFO, of the chariot. This is how you're gonna go up. Okay, so this is what we are hoping for. Okay, that beam to lift you up like this. Okay, Reading on. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, so in a chariot, in a so-called UFO, and their enemies beheld them. Okay, so that is what we are waiting on. So the word chamber goes into the chariot, the vehicles of the angels. So with that, I hope it was edifying. I want to give all praises and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone. And peace and salutation to the sincere Akyam across the world who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. May the election be upon your households. God Shalom.